This is the Boston Celtics newsfeed on CLNS. Today is Friday, January 5th, 2018. This is Nick Cherico reporting for CLNS, the leading online provider of audio and visual coverage for the Boston Celtics. The C's are back in action tonight as they'll play host to the Minnesota Timberwolves at the TD Garden. This will be their first matchup of the season with the Wolves. The last time Minnesota took away a road win in Boston was in March of 2005. Their now star center, Karl-Anthony Towns, was just 9 years old. But now entering his third NBA season, Towns has begun to make himself known as one of the most talented young big men in the league. He is currently averaging 20.1 points per game to go with 11.5 rebounds at the halfway point of the season. However, these averages are a few notches below where he was at last year, which included totals of 25.1 points per game and 12.3 rebounds. While his numbers are still down, Towns is still an elite scorer who can go off at any moment if not guarded carefully. He should draw Al Horford on defense for most of the night, who has been as close to a lockdown defender as they come this season. For the Celtics, they'll be without forward Marcus Morris in this matchup, who has continued to miss games here and there recently with a lingering knee injury. Tonight's absence will mark the 22nd game of the season that the team will be without his services. And on the injury front for Minnesota, point guard Tyus Jones is listed as day-to-day, but is expected to play after receiving stitches on his lip after their recent game against the Nets on Wednesday. Today's episode of the Celtics newsfeed is sponsored by DraftKings, the best place for you to win huge cash prizes every single night. With basketball season back in full swing, DraftKings is the place for one-day fantasy basketball. You can enter into their big money groups or play in beginner or casual contests with your friends. Head on over to DraftKings.com armed with a $5 deposit in our promo code CLNS, and you can play for your share of $10,000 in total prizes. Don't wait. Use code CLNS at DraftKings.com now to choose your lineup. Yesterday on ESPN's The Jump, former Celtic Paul Pierce shared his feelings on Isaiah Thomas potentially getting a tribute video on the same night of his jersey retirement. He said, quote, "I'm not saying Isaiah shouldn't get a tribute video, but on February 11th, the night I get my jersey retired, I'm not sure I want to look up at the Jumbotron and see Isaiah highlights." End quote. IT, who requested his tribute video not be played this past Wednesday night when the Cavaliers traveled to Boston, has since fired back at Pierce, saying, quote, "That's Pierce's night, but the video tribute isn't the whole night. I just wanted my family to be here and see it. That's what it came down to. I wanted to be able to play, and I wanted my family to experience the love and appreciation this city and this organization was going to give me on that night. And when my representatives reached out to these guys, they were all for it. They agreed on it. I know people. I don't know why they're so mad about it. I'm not taking nothing from Paul Pierce. He did 15 years here, so there's nothing I can take from him. But if they choose to do it that night, that would be great, and I would be honored, and my family and friends can see how much they appreciated me here." End quote. The NBA announced yesterday their early results for the NBA All-Star voting process. The results currently have Bucks forward Giannis Antetokounmpo leading all players with 863,416 votes, followed promptly by Cavs forward LeBron James, who's racked up 856,080 votes. Boston Celtics, who are currently on the ballot, include Kyrie Irving, who leads all Celtics with 802,834 votes, followed by Al Horford with 120,016 votes, Jason Tatum with 98,586 votes, and Jaylen Brown with 51,562 votes. This year's All-Star Game will take place on February 18th at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. The league also announced yesterday that Celtics rookie Jason Tatum was awarded Eastern Conference Rookie of the Month for the month of December, along with Donovan Mitchell receiving honors for the Western Conference. During a 17-game stretch in the month of December, Tatum averaged 14.6 points per game, which ranked second amongst rookies, and 5.9 rebounds per game, which ranked fourth. Alright, that's going to be it for now, guys, so make sure to follow CLNS on Twitter at CLNS Media, and make sure to subscribe to the Celtics newsfeed both on iTunes and Stitcher, as well as the CLNS Media Network mobile podcast app. This has been Nick Cherico for the Celtics newsfeed and the CLNS Media Network.